All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have our 64 F100, or part of it. The rest is behind me. Basically have all the body components off of it. We have the frame and the engine all mocked up. We are test firing the engine and making sure all the electronics in the engine and everything works on that part. Showcase some products really quick. I know before we talked about it, but now you can kind of see more of it. We have our PBH. We have our Power by the Hour swap kit, which you can't see because the AC, well, the AC's here. So we have AC compressor, alternator relocation, and power steering that you don't see at the moment, but you will at a later date. Zone of turbos, mirror image, custom equal length manifolds. Get in there and show that equal lengthness. Yeah, there you go. That's what we're talking about. We talked about our highly modified Mustang 2 suspension. Basically what we did is we notched the front really high up in order for this to fully lay out on the 24s. We ended up building some custom upper control arms, and we ended up narrowing both uppers and lowers down. We're also using Willwood's Mustang 2 spindles. We got Willwood hubs and brakes and our good old Coyote 24s. As you can see, a lot better now. So basically it's just a simplified body harness that's been completely redone, but it reuses a lot of the factory components. So it plugs into the factory ECU. This is just a factory engine harness. And then again, a simplified body harness that has, that connects, that works with the 6RD transmission. Real simple wiring, just a few wires here for your speedo inputs and outputs. And then, just a few wires here, real basic. You got power, key power, start, upshift, downshift. So you can have the select shift or paddle shifters if possible, brake switch, oil pressure, things like that. But for now, we just have it really simplified and wired up to key power and then the fuel pump turn on. Again, just a quick mocked up, temporary fuel jug just to get some fuel in there. I did want to regulate the fuel pressure going in. This is a deadhead style, which means it's just one inlet coming into the heads. So the regulator is actually before the fuel system. Another way of doing it is a full return style. I mean, it's still return style, but it actually flows through the head, and then the regulator ends up being on the return side. So enough of that mumbo jumbo. Let's get to the fun part. Let's fire this thing up. So again, real simple. Just have power and ground connected. Fuel pump's already triggered with key on, and get this thing started. Oh, one more thing. I got our N gauge hooked up that will allow us to watch some temperatures. I don't have the cooling system hooked up, so I don't want to overheat the engine. This thing will run. Just want to make sure the wiring works and it will fire up, and we'll just have it run for 30 seconds or something. All right, things powered up, and here we go. That's it, she's alive. So next step, we'll take this back off. We'll finish up our framework on the inside here. We'll make it look just like we did on the van. Jazz it up, box it in. This thing making horsepower, or even in general, you want a nice stiff chassis. These things come, as you can see, C-channel. They're very flexible. There's a lot of play. You'll drive an old truck down the road and you'll feel the whole chassis move around. So obviously modernizing everything, upgrading to the beefy suspension components, horsepower, modern brakes, all that stuff. You know, you want to be able to have a nice stiff chassis. So yeah, so that would be our next step. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.